Hey everyone, I'm back and we have been gathering so many pieces to show you today. We've been adding to our Wabi Sabi collection, and so today I'm just going to show you some of these great pieces. There's a lot, but you know what? They're fun to look at. The fabrics are amazing. I'm just going to, I wanted to tell you, I've added some new features to our website. Hi, Nancy. I've added some new features to our website. So if you're bored one day, you can check down the drop-down menu. There's now a section called Priya's Picks. So every once in a while I go around the store and something just takes my breath away. We try to share those with you daily on the Priya's Pick. Hi, Brenda. How to show them to you as Priya's Pick. But what I've done is I've added those videos to the products and then collected those products in a category, hi Jacqueline, called Priya's Picks. And so now you can look at those. So those are the ones that caught my eye, and in the video I explain why I thought they were so cool. Another feature we've added is, for those of you who aren't on social media very much, I've taken a lot of the things, including this that we're doing now, this live, and I've started uploading them to YouTube and then added links to them on the website. So you'll see that under Sorry Not Sorry Stories. So I'm going to stand up now and I'm going to show you some of the great pieces we just added to our Wabi Sabi collection. Here we go. So first of all, I wanted to show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing this one came home with me because it was staring at me off the wall and none of you guys bought it. And I thought, you know what, this one's destined. So this is what a midi-length kaftan looks like. And I've discovered that this is my go-to piece for this season because I just wear leggings, which are so freaking comfortable. Boots, also very comfortable. Today I'm wearing just a camisole, a longer camisole. But you know, I think the last time I was here, I was wearing it with a long sleeve top. So I just wear the simplest, most comfortable underpinning and then throw this over top, and I feel really pretty. And wait till I take this off and you're gonna see, hi Sandy. I'm not wearing much, like this is nothing. This is just a bit of black that was in my closet. And you throw this on top of it and it looks like effort was put in. Which is nice, especially because I find I'm spending a lot of time at home nowadays, like rushing through getting things done. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Yeah, and then I just kind of, when it's time to run out the door, I just grab a piece of silk and go. So it's working really well for me. So it's good for me to share this with you because a lot of the pieces that we just added to the Wabi Sabi collection are midi-length kaftans. So they're 40% off regular price. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of those, which are mostly here. And they were added so recently that I don't even have stickers and names on them yet, which might actually make it easier because I can tell you the PRG or the PRC code. And for those of you who haven't figured it out, PRG stands for pure Georgette and PRC stands for pure crepe, just so you know. Okay, so we had one. Is there just one? I think so. Yeah, there's just one cardigan that didn't get added last week. Hi, Nikki, good to see you. By the way, I'm gonna put it out there, while there are 7 of you watching, I don't have anyone to play dress up with on Wednesday. So if you're bored and you're like, you know what, I'd go hang out with Priya, it sounds like fun, message me because I would love to play dress up with someone. Okay, so this is a cardigan. We just added this, but we added a bunch of cardigans last week too. Really easy style, fits everybody. Oh, Karen's here too. Hi. So yeah, fits everybody, really easy to just throw on top. Probably a little less easy than the midi-length kaftan because you have to worry about what is showing, whereas with the midi-length kaftan, nothing's showing. So this is part of the Wabi Sabi collection and it was just added. You'll find it in the Wabi Sabi collection and you should be able to sort according to style and by size. So I've tried to make that happen. So we've been having a lot of inventory problems and things not showing up. So if there's something that you see and you're like, I really want that, and you go online and you can't find it, Shopify's been having these problems where they show us that things that Carol Ann Sherry's sister. Okay, someone over there knows what that means, but definitely it would be so much fun to play dress up with someone. Yeah, so if you see it not there, we've updated it, we've created it, we've added the inventory, we put it in the right categories, and sometimes Shopify just ignores us. So a number of you have gotten really lucky where there's been a great piece and someone's been persistent and said, you know, I know it's not there, but could you just confirm? And we've uncovered it and have been able to find it for you. So don't hesitate to ask. Okay, so this piece here, look at that paisley on there. Sherry Cooper. Oh, yes, that's such a good idea. Sherry, if you're watching, and I know you sometimes do, that would be so much fun. And I know you know your own styles so well. I'll just be your valet handing you things. That would be great. Okay, yeah, so this one has some patches on it. Beautiful blue color. Love the paisley. Love the colors in the paisley. And again, this is the midi-length caftan, and it's sheer. The code is PRC 2554. If you punch that in with no spaces, PRC 2554, I will anytime. Well, how about Wednesday? What you doing Wednesday? Because that sounds like fun. Let me know. Okay, so here's another one. This one has a lot of patches on the back, to be fair, but they're really hard to see. So I kind of think it's not really a big deal, considering that it's Wednesday. It would be next Wednesday. So like in 4 days, 5 days? Oh, you're Sherry Cooper's sister. Well, if you would like to come in, I have so many Wednesdays. If you guys don't mind messaging me as soon as this is over, I'll just message you and we'll pick a day, and it's going to be so much fun. And actually, if you would, Carol Ann, if you want to come with Sherry, that would be great. Oh my gosh, look at you guys. Me too. I would love to. This is amazing. Thank you. Because I'm like, who am I going to play with? So just message me. I'll send you the available dates. We'll schedule you in. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really find it fun. There's like no pressure. It's kind of like, let's go around. We're going to pick one of each style. Then we're going to try them on, fully knowing that out of the 18 styles, 13 are not going to look good. So we put them on, we laugh, we're like, yep, we knew that wasn't going to look good. But the goal of it is to find 2 or 3 styles where you think, yeah, I could see myself wearing this. So it's a good time to just, understand, laugh at yourself, laugh at the world, have some fun, throw some clothes on. It'll be good. Okay, so this one here, I actually think is the same type of fabric as this one. How can I show you what I mean? Nope, it's different. Okay, so this one sounds great. I love wearing great clothes. Okay, don't forget to message me because all of these messages that I'm seeing, they disappear later on. And I'm not gonna remember because my brain is doing too many things right now. But there you go. It's got this beautiful like little boxes of embroidery that go down in a straight line on the blue side, and then on the pink side, I feel like I already showed you this. Yeah, you've got some great paisley through there. And the pink is just a stunning pink, and of course you can wear it blue side to the front as well. And the name of this one is PRC 2530, and no spaces. PRC is in cat 2530. Okay, this one here, the silk is like butter. It's so soft. And then what I really like is it's got this diagonal kind of a line, which you know is going to be slimming. This color here is kind of like a skin tone. It's a very, very soft buff. And then what's really neat is this floral pattern. I don't think the pictures are doing it justice. It's got sequins that are iridescent pink. And sequins that are, I think you can see it there, and sequins that are gold, which sounds really like it's going to be too much, but it's really not, because once you get at a distance, all you see is just a tiny little bit of sparkle. And this one is a crepe silk. So the last ones that I showed you were, if not sheer, they were at least a little sheer. Nude color. Yeah, it is a nude color. It is actually. It's like it has pink undertones. It's kind of like if you were to blush, it would be the color in your cheeks. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, this one's crepe. So if you're going away on vacation and you want something that you can just throw on with nothing underneath, a lot of people buy these in the summer as well, just because when it's really hot out, you just wear this. Nobody can see through it. It's moisture wicking. So unbelievably comfortable. You won't want to change your clothes. Like, I've walked the dog in something like this with just this and underwear and then those little nipple sticky things so that people out there can't, so I'm not pointing at anyone. But yeah, you feel so cool in them. So that's another benefit of the midi-length caftan. Because of the length, you could wear it essentially as a dress. But in the winter, it's so easy to pair with leggings and boots. Okay, here's another one. Love the colors on this one. So the back is primarily gray with polka dots. You can see there. And then these kind of look like brush strokes going sideways. But then the front is blue with, you still have the same circles, but you have these branches with leaves. So this piece here also is 40% off. I think I prefer the gray side, but I always prefer the ones, like I tend not to wear them V-side to the front. I tend to wear them this side to the front. And this one is called PRG, as in George, 2486. So if you look that up, no spaces, you'll be able to find it on the website. It'll be in the Wabi Sabi collection. Here's another one where the silk is just to die for. So the silk on that, you can see that the silk has kind of like a self print, where there's a print that's just woven into the fabric, and then printed on top of that, you can see the circles in the blue. It is blue, it's not teal, blue and red. So that's what you have on the one side, is just the little polka dots. And then on this side, look at that square in the center there. How much fun is that? Isn't that cute? So yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. I would wear something significant as a necklace. But then again, love me a round neck, so I might just wear it this way too. And the name of this one again would be so soft and comfortable. PRC 2460. Okay, this one here, these colors always sell really quickly. So this one is, there's black and red. The red is a deeper red here and kind of more of a coral red here. And then it has that same skin tone, kind of like brown, a little bit of buff, a little bit of gray, maybe it's taupe. It's one of those color chameleons. But what's nice about it is that, oh, look at that, looks like bubbles. What's nice about it is that it has the stripes going up and down, which are very elongating. And the stripes down here end up drawing the eye downwards here at the front. And this one is PRG as in George, 2517, no spaces. Okay, this next one here is another amazing silk. This one again is a crepe silk, so it is not sheer. Like if I were to put my hand through there, you can't see any skin. Really soft colors on a sky blue background. So it's kind of like, I want to say it's a pink, a fuchsia, yellow, and maybe, what color is that? It's actually a very pale lilac, this color in here. But I don't know, like you'd have to really think to see it. It feels more like just a pale gray. The bubbles look like they're embroidered on. Yeah, they really do, but they're not. So it must be a digital print. So the bubbles are right there. Oh, I see why you thought they were, because there are some little sparkles on there, which you can see. So that's some of the patching that we've done in India. We're trying different ways of patching, and I really like this new way we've got here, where we've just been adding little bits of glitter. So you can't really see that any patch is done. It just looks like there's some like stray glitter somewhere on it. This blue one here, I don't remember if I told you, is PRC 2555. Okay, this one, I think I've shown you this fabric in other pieces. Such a fun plaid. Again, I would wear it this way to the front, but you could definitely wear it this way to the front. There's a lot of work on this. I want to say that this piece has a bit of a festive element to it. It's gorgeous, but that is a sparkle. For sure, that's a sparkle. So there's sparkly silk down there, sparkly embroidery on the silk. The silk is butter soft. And so these patterns that go down this way on the back, so there's like a bit of embroidery right there, then there's nothing, bit of embroidery there, and then there's nothing. So the embroidery is intermittent. And then here, they've got the same intermittent embroidery across the plaid part, but down here, this is fully embroidered. Every single part of that. There. and it's gorgeous. And the other nice thing about it is because the embroidery is done in silk and not in the silver, it's not itchy at all. So again, this would be a great one if you want something to just throw on if you're going on vacation, or it would be easy to layer now in this season. Okay, this one has one of my favorite shades of green. Love it. It's so pretty. It is a crepe silk. I'm pretty sure it's a PRC. No, it's a PRG. PRG, so Georgette 2500, but it's a thicker Georgette. So you could get away with not wearing something. The colors are amazing. I think if you're talking about this one, I agree. The colors are amazing. And it's another one of those ones where you would never think to put those colors together and you're like, yeah, that really works. I love this. I love the black with the green here on the side, and then you've got some brown going through it, and then that same kind of taupey brown is in here. So you could wear this with black, you could wear it with white, you could wear it with gray. You've got this beautiful green, which is not a teal, it's a true green, that you can pick up with your jewelry, and it's the same on both sides. In fact, I'm going to try this one on. I love this one so much. So again, not a big fan of V in the front, so I would do my V in the back and then put a necklace. Oh, did you see how that fell on? Like, it's just so, did you see? Beautiful. Okay, so it looks like that on. I definitely feel like this is a piece where I would want a necklace to just weigh down this front section a little bit, probably something darker than that, and probably something in black, but definitely something to draw your eye this way. Actually, don't make it at all. And, oh, this might work. So here's a black necklace here. Oh yeah, way better. Okay, so something like that to just draw your eye down and give you a focal point here. But yeah, it feels like $1,000,000. Definitely something I would wear in spring, summer, and fall. It's beautiful. And it feels so soft. Can you tell I like this one? It's beautiful. Okay, so this one is PRG as in George, 2500. And the reason is that it has some staining and some thread pulls, which you will see in the video if you go online and look for it. I often have to work really hard to see the stains, but we have to be very particular because we sell to boutiques as well, and we don't want their customers complaining. So if we even think we see a stain, we're like, yep, that's Wabi Sabi. Okay, here's another one. Like, I had a really fun time putting these together today. So this one here, what does this say? I will ask Sherry on the 7th, having lunch with her. Your stuff is amazing. Oh, that's so great. Well, I will message me. Please do, because like I said, all of these messages disappear as soon as this live is over. So you have to send me a direct message so that we can continue this conversation. Okay, love the cheetah print. Love how abstract this is. Love how it's narrow here and then kind of goes out, so it creates a center panel. The silk is ridiculously soft, and the colors are so much fun. Like, it's just like a painting. I love it. I love the dusty rose. I love the red. I love the black. Yeah, everything about this is really cool. It even has blue in it if you wanted to wear it with jeans. And I think I'm going to have to try this one on. Really soft silk as well. I love it. I feel so funky in this. I'm going to put on a little fashion show for you. This is a really great piece, guys. This is a showstopper. This one is part of the Wabi Sabi collection because there's some stains on it and there's some mild thread pulls. If you watch the video, you'll be able to see exactly where those are. And you can look it up by typing in PRG as in George 2503, no spaces. Love this. She really wants to come home with me. But I already got one of these the other day because I was having one of those days where I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have something pretty? So the one I was wearing when I got here came home with me. This one reminds me, and I'm sure you're thinking it too, we're all thinking it, of Monet. It looks like water lilies. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. You know, a few years ago, my students, they used to say, they'd describe something and say, oh, you know what, that's a mood. And I think this is a mood. It's not just a piece of, like, it's not just a cool fabric. You put this on and you are transported into something into a different world. Look at that watercolor through there. I don't know if you guys can see it, how rich those colors are. I think for you, they're coming a little blued out. I really wish I could show that to you. Give me a sec. Maybe that'll blue it out. Oh, it's a bit better. So there, you can see it now. It's still not as vibrant. Like, it's spectacular in person, and I feel like on camera, because as soon as I back up, you can see the color, but then you're not close enough to actually see how fabulous it is. So this one is another winner. Look at these beautiful colors in here. It's very special. Very, very special. So this one is PRG 2497, and this one has, oh, this one, okay. Somewhere on here, the only issue with this piece is that somewhere on here, oh my God. Okay guys, this one is a steal. Right here is the brand stamp. That is the only issue with this piece. Otherwise, she's in great shape. And I don't know who's gonna see that brand stamp way down there, because everyone's gonna be looking at the flowers. So I'm gonna tell you again, the name of this one is PRG 2497, no spaces. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. It's a georgette, but it's a thicker georgette, so it's still gonna have the drape, but it's not completely sheer. Okay, here's another digital print. They were all really great this time, guys. So I think what you're seeing now in this latest collection of Wabi Sabis that I've been adding is everything that's from the latest shipment. So we started with everything we had from before, and now we're getting into Wabi Sabi from the latest shipment. And as you guys remember, we've now switched to having a woman source our saris for us. She's the lady who is the mother of 4 who's recently widowed. And she's got great taste. So, and she knows how to deal with all the men in the business. So we're getting much, much better sari selection because she knows what she's doing when it comes to shopping. And so we're helping her and she's helping us. So this one here is another digital print. Look at that. Look at those flowers. Like, I would say that it's got a bit of a Hawaii vibe, but it doesn't, because it's got like these little areas here where it's kind of geometric, and that's what tones it down. So it's not just a floral, it's a floral that becomes an abstract. And then you see the same thing here on the front, where it's a floral, but then it turns into more like a piece of abstract art there on the side. And those roses are very pretty. Again, it's got the black and the white, which helps you pair it with all kinds of stuff. It's got blue, you can wear it with jeans, you could wear it with linen, you could wear it with leggings. She's just a fun piece. This one has a bit of mild staining and some patching. And this one is PRG as in George 2490. No spaces if you're looking for it. Actually, you know what? Calling it by the PRG code is a lot easier than trying to read those small names. Okay, so this next one, it's Little Friend. I just added to the Priya's Pick collection. I think it was the poncho that I added, and that one's a full price piece. But this is made from the same fabric, and it is the most luxurious silk. But what makes it really special is this embroidery. Again, I hope you can see it. I know as soon as I get close to the camera, things start to blue out. So appreciate the embroidery, but ignore the color because the color is inaccurate at the moment. But you can see the embroidery. And then when I back up, you can see the color. So just look at that, front and back. So classy. Now this one is called PRC 2565. And the issue with this little friend is it does have a little bit of staining and it has a little bit of fabric patching. And normally if you see two types of issues, even if they're both moderate, it goes into the Wabi Sabi collection. If it's just one moderate thing, we're like, it's all upcycled fabric, it is what it is. But this one has two issues, so beautiful, unbelievable fabric. Can you guys see, like right here on those little swirly leaves, how there's like a little dot that's embroidered into the center of each one? It's a little bead. It is the tiniest bead. It is the size of a pinhead, and it's embroidered in. Because that's the kind of attention to detail that we're looking at here. This is another one that's a fabulous soft silk. My goodness, this one is PRC 2534. And the issue with this one is, okay, so it has some patches, and then what we've called it is separated warp and weft. So we used to call it fabric thinning in the past, and that was really inaccurate and deceptive, because when you think of thinning, you think of a pair of jeans where the fabric, like the threads, are actually worn down. That's not the case. What we have here is a situation where, can I do this? You have threads that go this way, you have threads that go this way, and they're perfectly perpendicular to each other. But as the sari gets worn, some of them might stretch out this way, some of them might stretch out this way, and they're no longer perfectly perpendicular, and you may see a little gap between them. So when you hold this up to a very bright light, you may see some warp and weft issues that don't affect the durability of the fabric, but again, because we sell all over, oh, did you see that? Because we sell, oh, I don't know if I can do it again. Yeah, see it? It's like it waves down. That is so cool. Okay, yeah, so because we sell, we have to be really careful. This one is PRC 2534. I think I've shown you this fabric as well. This one's sheer, it's a magenta leaning towards purple. Magenta, by the way, is the new Pantone color of the year, which is kind of cool, but I'm trying to imagine doing walls in magenta. And navy. So it's magenta, navy, polka dots, some paisley, very sheer, would be amazing for fall. Like just a really easy, fun statement piece for fall. This one is PRG 2483, and this one has fabric patching, moderate fabric patching. So, oh yeah, I see it. It's right there. Right there. Here's another one. Oh, look at those colors. It's a very soft sagey green that has like darker green elements as well. And then this is, I was gonna say before that it's a coral, but it's not a coral. There's no orange in it. Is it a pink? Salmon? No. Maybe. I think that might be the closest to salmon. But a very pink salmon. Not far closer to pink than it is to peach. So what you've got is green and pink and gray, and the gray kind of has bluey undertones. So it looks like that. Beautiful fabric. This one is PRG 2464, and this one has some mild staining on it, which if you watch the video, you'll be able to see. Maybe that's it right down there. Possibly. Or I could just be seeing through the fabric. But do take a look at the video if you're interested in this. Another beautiful fabric. Okay, this is another one where this, I'm gonna have to wear this one because the silk is so soft. It's just one of those pieces that we're gonna be friends, this piece and I, because the silk is unbelievable. So this one is a crepe silk. It is not see-through. It is PRC 2553. The issue with this one is there's a few stains, there is some fabric patching, and there are some thread pulls. Check the video, but my guess is you won't even notice them because on a fabric like this, the thread pulls would be, they'd disappear. I really like how the green is muted and then the yellow is really muted. They've paired it with a pink, which is kind of fun. Oh, wait, I see some stains there too. That must be on there. But yeah, they when you're dealing, it's almost like a Persian rug. When there's all kinds of pattern on it, you don't notice when there's something not quite right. So there. This one's really sweet too. I like the black here on the arms, which lets you draw black into it. Really nice. So again, I am 5'5". I sometimes forget to mention that. I'm 5'5", and I wear a 38C. On top, I'm pear-shaped, so, and I'm short-waisted. So my hips are, I usually wear an extra large in pants, and I usually wear a large in tops. Here's another one with, I love it when the print goes diagonally. Can you guys see that? So these are those Scooby-Doo colors again, very 1970s, must be from the 70s. This one is PRG 2489. And actually, I think I just read an article that brown is really in again, which would make sense because people are looking at the 70s for inspiration. So there's this one here. And actually, am I right? Yeah, there's this ombres, purple ombres into the brown through there. Don't know if you can see it. You can definitely see it. It's because it's see-through. What if I did this? It's hard to show you. So brown ombres into purple, so you get dark brown, dark purple, and then something in between there in the middle. And there's a little bit of silver on the collar. Right there, it's shiny, woven into the thread. The thread is woven into the silk on the arms as well. PRG2489. What else do we have here? There's a lot. Okay, lots of flowers on this one. Really beautiful. Love the mix of the flowers with this kind of etched, more geometric print down here, but then it's almost like the print has been I feel like it was a floral print and then they deconstruct the floral print and turn it into this geometric print. Really cute. Love how it has black and white in it, makes it easy to pair. Also has the blue, so you can wear it with jeans. This one is PRG2506. I love this one too. I don't know where you would wear it. I feel like it's just something you would want to have in your closet and caress from time to time. So these are little mirrors that are embroidered in place. I think the mirrors are made out of plastic. They're not glass. So kind of like a sequin, but the sequin has been embroidered into place rather than sewn through the middle. And then this is bandhani silk, which means that, and I've probably described this to you before, in order to get these patterns, it's a tie-dye technique. And what they do is they will take a tiny little stick and poke it through the fabric, almost like a toothpick, but not pointy. Then they take thread and they wrap it around so many times and really tight so that that little bit of fabric won't get affected by the dye when they dip it in the dye. So what you see is that they've gone through and they've dyed it with this undercolor first, which looks like a periwinkle blue. And then once it's dried, they've done the bandhani work on it. So they've created a pattern on it. And each one of these here would have been a spot where they have, each one of these would have been a spot where they had poked the stick through and tied the thread off. So all of that would have needed to be removed. And then once that was done, as if that wasn't enough, they put on the embroidery. So, oh, and that's all. That's a special type of resist printing as well. I don't even know what that is. It kind of looks like it's batik, but then they didn't crush it to add cracks in it. No idea. This fabric is bananas. So again, I don't know where you'd wear it. I don't know what it would be right for. But this is one of those pieces that you would just have in your closet and marvel at the artistry that people have out there. Take a minute to just go, wow, people are so talented. Yeah, whenever I see a piece like this, I always think of the artisans and what they must have been thinking as they were doing it, because I don't think you can make something that's as special as this without putting some of your heart into it. I mean, it's not like you're, working on a factory. The amount of work it is unbelievable. It really, really is. Like, it floors me. And if you were to look at it, you'd be like, oh yeah, so it's like 2 shades of blue and white. But when you know exactly what it took to get to that point, that's insane. And then, you can tell that the silk is really soft. So I imagine that it was probably a very expensive sari to start with. And that would have been the palo, by the way. This part here would have been the part that goes over your shoulder. I would wear that. It's my color. Yeah, it's a great blue, and we don't get this shade of blue very often. This one is PRG2512. Definitely watch the video. It looks like it's got some mild staining and some mild patching. But again, I don't think you would see it. Beautiful. This one's really pretty too. Oh, they were all really nice. So I liked this side of this one. It's different shades of kind of like, it's a sagey khaki, maybe sage, more sage, but with blue undertones. And then with navy blue, which is kind of cool. Green and blue, you don't see that together very often like that. And I love the abstract print. And then on this side, you have the same print, but you also have the addition of this color, which is kind of like, it's kind of a rust. It's leaning towards red, and it looks even more red because it has that darker color in it. But it's a rust. So green, rust, navy, and white. But this side, I feel like it's just so fresh. This one is PRG 2456, no spaces. So this next piece, it's Little Friend that was made out of the same fabric. I was wearing it last week when I did, oh no, that was this week, when I did my my Playing by Your Own Rules lives with Sandy Reynolds. And I didn't even realize that we had more in the same fabric. So here it is here. She's a digital print. It's a little over the top, but oh my God, I love it. Like, those are jewels. So what those are, it's essentially really fabulous jewelry that's been photographed, blown up, color intensified, blown up, and then printed onto silk. So you can see that I don't even know what this would have been. Some sort of maybe a pendant. So that would have been a pendant. That would have been earrings. Pendant? I don't know, but look at those colors. It's like a stained glass panel. The colors are unbelievable. And I love how Anshul and her team, when they designed this, they centered this piece perfectly in it. I really, really like color, and I am such a sucker for stained glass that this is one of those times I would wear this and I wouldn't care what anybody thought, because I would just be like, I feel like $1 million. So that's just the way it is. But yeah, I do love the digital prints. And then it's got black in it down here, which makes it easy to pair with black. You've got some blue in it there that are essentially diamonds. Don't know if you can see those. Sapphires probably, actually. Yeah, look at the colors right there. Look at that. It's just, it's over the top, but it's so special. And you could also wear it the other way around, which is a little less over the top. That's what it would look like. I love it. It's a one of a kind. PRG 2496, and it has some thread pulls, a little bit of staining, and some patching. But you'll see, if you watch the video, you'll be able to see that. This next one is a colorway that it works really well for everybody. It's black and red and pink and green, but primarily one side is black and the other side is red, which kind of makes it easier to figure out what you want to wear. So this side is the black with green and pink and yellow, right there. And then this side is the red with the paisley. And so this again would have been the polo of the sari. So most of the sari would have been black, and it would have been wrapped this way around. And then this part here would have come around the front and gone over like that, over the shoulder. But the colors are stunning, and I love that you can wear it both ways to the front. I think this would make a great bathing suit cover up. This one is PRC 2531, and even though it's a PRC, because it is a crepe, it's more sheer crepe. Oh yeah, this one, okay, I've never seen one like this before. The silk is incredibly soft. Again, it's Georgette. But this is what I've never seen before. So see these clusters of flowers here? They're very British, like kind of like chintz, but then it turns, those same colors are deconstructed out of here and turned into this really cool, like almost like an etching with those same colors. So this would have been the whole sari, like that. And then this would have been the polo that just goes over your shoulder. So I think it would have been really fresh. And I love how it's black. So again, I'm wearing it with black leggings and black boots. And then you can wear it this way, which kind of elongates you through with the black, or you can wear it this way. and just pick up the other colors in it, and maybe put that chunky little necklace right there to pick up the black. Jan, I sent you a message about those earrings you were interested in. Let me know what you think. Okay, this here is phenomenal. So it's taupe and black, and that's it. And it is called, oh, I didn't tell you this one, I may have. This last one, this one here, is PRC 2528. And this one here is PRG 2502. And this one is just very understated, very elegant. Whenever, I think I've mentioned this before, but whenever I see black with taupe and gray, it always makes me think of Chanel. Oh, that'd be cute too, right? You could just tie that up through there. And I've showed you guys how to do that as well, shown you how to do that. If you want to grab the fabric on the inside and then even use a scrunchie or something to add a bit of definition there. And then you can turn it more, make it look a little more tailored through there if you wanted. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Just something that you would always reach for because it's just that easy. This one is PRG 2502. Okay, this next one's a lovely, I want to say it's lots of different shades of blue. So oh, and the silk. Holy cow, the silk is nice. What is this? So this one has a lot of pinholes, which is the issue, but the silk is phenomenal, so soft. And those are the colors you can see quite accurately. So it's kind of like a sagey green. There's some periwinkle, there's sky blue, and that other color, Tiffany blue, through there. And this one is not sheer. So you could wear this one again with nothing underneath it in the summertime and definitely layer it in the winter. And this one is PRC 2525. Here's another one that's all just neutrals. Love this one. This one is not sheer, PRC 1875. And what's really hard for you guys to see there is the whole design, it's almost like pointillism. It's tiny, tiny little dots. And those dots are not part of the fabric. They're printed on the fabric there. So the whole design is actually made with a series of dots, which means it must be a digital print. Look at down here, this pattern down here at the bottom. It's kind of like a coppery color and black and gray there. So this one is PRC 1875. And again, these are part of the Wabi Sabi collection. And they are 40% off, and I just added them, so they probably should still be there. Here's another one that I think is going to go really quickly, incredibly soft, grays and blacks. Like, you cannot go wrong with this one. And then it ombres out to next to nothing here, but that is just ombre. And the back is just all the same color, and the silk is incredibly soft, and this one is PRC 1869 if you're looking for it. 1869, no spaces. PRC 1869. Here's a lovely blue one. And I know I'm getting to that point again where I feel like I may be tiring you, so I'm gonna just quickly show them to you and read you the numbers. PRG 2476. Love the gray with the blue. This one here, grays and pinks and blues. Look at that there. There, you can see it. So this one is PRG 2470. Again, really, really pretty. Okay, so this is the side I like. I like how you have this kind of almost like it looks like a painting on this side. Then you have this river of flowers through the center, and then here you have just the pink. So I like the tri-panel effect, and it's a sheer silk. PRG 2470. Okay, that's it. That's all the midi-length kaftans. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you just a couple of random pieces, and then if you're still interested and you're still here at the end, I have about 20 kimono-sleeved jackets, which are also from the new collection, are also spectacular. But I'm gonna fly through these middle ones because I wanted to get them out. So this is, okay, so I'm showing you this side first, which is just ho-hum. This is a one shoulder dress. Look at that embroidery, everybody. Can you see it? It is a work of art. And it runs through the center and it runs along the border, because if you were to wear this, it would sit this way. Actually, for those of you who don't know, I think this is the only one I have in the one shoulder dress today, but I'll try it on for you. So the one shoulder dress sits, and you can definitely wear this in the winter. I would wear this with exactly what I'm wearing, actually, if I were going out somewhere, and I would just wear it like that. I really like how you get the stripes with the ombre effect too. So this one, if you're looking for it, is PR, oh, now I can't read it. PRC, PRC 1881. Okay, I'm gonna fly you through a couple of other pieces because I really do want you to have a look at the kimono sleeve jackets, which are always, they go so quickly. Okay, this is the front tie top. Beautiful embroidery, grays, look at that, look at the sleeve. Isn't that amazing? So it's just the one sleeve like that. It's got embroidery on the back as well. The colors are black, and then the undertone is kind of like a light taupe. PRC 2038. This one, I love this one. So this one is the kimono sleeve top. This side of it is nice. It's perfectly lovely. This side of it is kick-ass. Look at that. It is so much fun. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more fun, it's got this little pink circle. I adore this. So this one is PRG2313, and it was just added today as well. It's a kimono sleeve top. This one here, I think, what is this one? So this is a tapered tunic. And it says that it has patches, pinholes, and thread pulls, but you know what? I think that is a brand, except it must be a pretty fancy brand because it's there, and there, and there, and there, and there. So clearly they were not trying to hide their name, but I don't know why it's so special, except that it's kind of cool. Colors are great. I'll try this one on for you because there's a couple in this style. So this is a tapered tunic. Works really well if you're heavier through the bust and the tummy and narrower through the legs. It tapers down, and then I would say if you're larger through the thighs, you may have some trouble here at this point. But it's very flattering. Oh, and the other thing with this is because it's a double V, if you put this so that it's a lower V, you kind of have to have the bust to hold it in place. I tend to just wear it splayed out a little bit. I do have narrow shoulders and it works fine on me, but that's how I do it. I just kind of make it more like it's a boat neck when I wear it. So this style is called the tapered tunic. It's PRG 16. Okay, I can't really read it. It's either 1605 or 1665. This next one, also a tapered tunic, is beautiful as well. I will just quickly show it to you. It's got some poppies on it. Very soft silk. Beautiful. Brand tag right there, which is probably why it's part of this collection. It feels like a crepe silk. It says Ankh are the design people. This one is PRG 1728. There. This one is a shrug. Really great colors in that. This one is PRG 1685. And then, oh, I know you guys are always looking for these, so I'm going to show them to you as well. So these are all side tie tunics. We just added a bunch of these today as well, and I know these go really quickly as well. So here's one here, and it's a navy blue, not a black, with pinks and greens. And It's got some really fun embellishment there on it. PRG 2076. And then this one here, it has gold, I think you can see them. It's like little gold dots that are embroidered into the fabric, but you can only see those at an angle. If you look at it straight on, you don't see it. I think you can only see it like occasionally. See what I mean? You can see them when I do that, but when I don't do that, they kind of just disappear. Extraordinary fabric. PRG 2061. Lots of patches on this friend. Really pretty work on the sleeves too. So this is PRG 2061. This one here, lovely shades of blue and black. I don't expect this one will last long. So easy to pair with anything. Pale blue background. PRG 2111. Easy to work with because of the black. And then this one, love me a good rich red and orange. This one, it has a lot of patches on the sleeve, to be fair. PRG 2068. Really rich color though. And then this one, it's somewhere between a Tiffany blue and a sky blue. It has less green in it, and it's paired with, that is satin right there, and that's satin as well. So it's a Georgette silk, it looks like, paired with a satin silk that's woven right into the fabric. There. It's really, I love this side. That side's beautiful. Look at the work there on that. This one is PRG 1683, no spaces. Now the next, I'm just going to show you, I'm going to fly through showing you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 8 tunic-length kaftans. So everything I showed you in the beginning was a midi-length kaftan, so it came to here. The tunic-length kaftans are significantly shorter. I like to pair my tunic-length kaftans with longer boots. Not for any good reason. It's just you'd be able to see more of the boot, so why not? Silk on this one is crazy soft as well. So you can see the difference in length. The midi-length kaftans come to here, and the tunic-length kaftans land, I want to say on most people, they probably land 2/3 of the way down your thigh, about 2 or 3 inches above the knee. So definitely a tunic and not a dress. Mind you, I have seen people wear these as dresses with heels, and it looks great too. But yeah, so this one here, amazing soft silk, and this one is PRC 2234. And then now that I've shown you the design, I'll show you just some of the other fabrics that I added. So there's 7 left, and then I get to the kimono sleeve jackets, which are to die for, but there are a lot, so I'm going to appreciate your patience with this. Okay, here's another one, really easy to pair with everything. It has a taupe background with red and black and a leaf design. This one was just added as well. This one is PRG 2276. This one here, I think I showed you this one in the longer version. So the longer version is full price, but the shorter version, which is just as nice, is 40% off. And this one is PRG 2203. This one here, oh, this is cute. So it looks, that's magenta. And it's magenta on a very, 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 very soft purple, which almost looks white. And then here you've got blue on a very soft pale blue that looks white. So it's magenta and blue and sky blue. And that's ultramarine blue there. And this one is PRG 1220. Oh yeah, this one's really nice too. So I wondered what this one looked like in person because I had only seen it online. And this one is faux silk, which is why it's part of this collection, which means it's not polyester. It is a reconstituted fiber that's made out of cellulose. So essentially it's rayon, but it slipped through because it really feels like, slipped through because it feels like silk, and it fooled everybody. But the colors are stunning on this. Really beautiful. And other than that, it doesn't have any issues, and it drapes beautifully. You can see, like, see, this is why it fooled everybody. It has all the characteristics of silk. The only difference that I can find, like it passes the burn test and everything. It feels a little cooler on your skin. There's something about silk where it captures the warmth of the air, so it doesn't feel warm, but it doesn't feel cool. Whereas this fabric feels cool, and that was how I figured it out. And then we did some more research and found out what was going on there. Beautiful fabrics. In fact, I was actually thinking that because I can get my hands on these fabrics, and I would love your feedback on this. I know we have some customers who are vegan and who won't wear silk because it's made from animals essentially, or insects. And I was wondering if we could do a Malai silk line, which is what this is called, cream silk, which is made out of cellulose, as a vegan alternative. Because the fabric is unbelievable. It's just not silk. So something to think about. Here's another, I think I showed you something in this blue already with the little flecks of the little lines of gold running through it. This one is PRG1229. The green one that I was just showing you is PRC1864. That's this one. Okay, this one is crazy beautiful. Let me show you this one quickly. So lovely. So lovely, but it's not going to get much of my time because I have to show you the next one. This one is PRC2263, but this one is the showstopper. The silk is insane. Like crazy, crazy, crazy beautiful silk. It feels like nothing. The colors are stunning. Is that a bird? That is. Those are birds. Look. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right there. So it has birds on it. I love them when they have birds on them. Yep, and there's the birds right there at the front. So in addition to being amazing colors and amazing silk, it's even got birds. So we're going to say that this is a chinoiserie print. It's black, gray, and white, and it's very Chanel looking. It's PRC 2246, and it is a dream. If you're looking it up, PRC 2246 with no spaces, and it's crazy soft. And that is it for the tunic length kaftans, which gets us to what I know most of you have been waiting for, which is the kimono-sleeved. No, there's a few other little guys in here. Hold on, hold on. These. Yeah, just those. Okay, so these guys snuck in as well. This is a maxi dress, just added to the Wabi Sabi collection. Black background with teal and mustard there. Really pretty and nice that it's black, actually. PRC 2094, if you're interested. And then, oh my gosh, this one. So this is a poncho. Okay, ladies, if you are going anywhere this holiday season and you need something to go over that little black dress, this is insane. It's just black. And then the embroidery, it's not actually silver, it's taupe. It's an écru. It's an écru embroidery. So this whole piece is just black and écru. And I can't imagine where you wouldn't be able to wear this. It is PRC 2446, Golden Crowned Sparrow. So this one's $57. I'm going to try it on for you. Just a great piece. Like definitely something you cannot go wrong having this in your wardrobe. Like you would wear it all the time, right? Especially if you have a sleeveless dress. And then you can always tie those ends together as well if you wanted. Yeah, this one is just gorgeous. So this is another one I don't expect will last long because at $57, it's PRC 2446. And I just added it today. Or maybe I added this one yesterday. And then another black one. Oh, that is here. Okay, and that one is a very nice black one. Okay, that one is a poncho as well, and the colors are really great. Can you see them? Yes, you can see them. These ones got really wrinkly. I think we need to have a date with a steamer. You know what I like about this is that pink. It's really pretty here. Looks great. It's like a, wow. And then it's got a little bit of black on the border, I think, which is always handy to help you match it into your existing wardrobe. This one here is PRC 2508. And then there's one long duster. Okay, so this one here is PRG 2113. I find you can always see the pattern better on the back. It's definitely a blue, not a teal. So it's blues, browns, and creams. Okay, now I can show you the kimono sleeve jackets. And I will try one on for you just so you can get a sense of what they look like. And then I'll just show you all the great colors we have. So this one here is, in case you're wondering, is very wrinkly. Is PRG 2282. So this one is black and teal and green. Love the green and the teal together. Got very wrinkled at some point. Probably needs a good steam. If you do buy this one, make a little note saying please steam her first, and we will. It probably should have been steamed before I did this. So yeah, there you can see the colors: black, green, teal, and you can wear it like this. You know what? I really feel like I need to go iron this, because what's happening is the fabric has tightened. Like, can you see how it's got a bit of stretch to it? And all we need to do is iron that back into something that's a little more flat. It's just the fabric has kind of went, but it will get better. So maybe I'm going to set this one aside to give her a little steam. This one is PR, if you're interested, PRG 2282. So let me try on one that doesn't have that issue. Ooh, this one's nice. Okay, so here's one. It's so pretty. Okay, I loved the colors on that one, but that one really needed some work. Look at that. So it's, I think you guys can see how these paisleys, oversized paisleys, have gold thread running through them. So there's no gold thread, but there is gold thread. So what it does is it gives it a bit of a sheen, a metallic sheen, but the metallic sheen is like a copper. It's not a silver or a gold. And that runs along that whole side there. So you've got coppers, reds, and browns and oranges. And then the rest of it is purple. So just when you thought that was about as creative as you could get, there it is, right there. Okay, I do love this one. This is spectacular. PRG 2284. And the kimono sleeve jackets are on sale for $69 right now. Because these ones are Wabi Sabi, they have flaws, so you should watch the videos to see what's the issues are. But this one is a winner. So incredibly beautiful. Okay, this is another one. The silk is phenomenal. The colors are outrageous. You have periwinkle, green, muted blue background, darker blue and indigo blue. So lots and lots of blues and a little bit of green and then some purpley undertones. And this one is PRC 1836. This one's great. Colors on this and the silk on this are insane. I think I've shown you this fabric before. This one also has a very chinoiserie flare. The silk is incredible on this one. It feels like butter. And I think the colors are coming out really true. This one is PRC 1833. This one's got lots of sparkle. Can you see that there? There you can see it. So it's tone on tone. It's made with sequins that are the same color as the silk. The silk is fuchsia, and then it has sequin work on it in fuchsia. On the other side, you still have the fuchsia sequin work, but it's on the orange and on the blue as well. So, and then the back just has little bursts of sequins and a little bit more there. Definitely a showstopper. I feel like this one could maybe go to an island with you. Would be very at home on an island. The silk is unbelievable. And this one is PRC1835. Okay, this one here, again, I don't know how long we'll have it because the colors are so easy to work with. It is a gray with green undertones, another gray that doesn't have green undertones, and black. So just a muted tone on tone, easy to throw on over something, just amp up your outfit a little bit. Very low commitment, there, but a really easy, nice looking piece. And what we find, if you are somebody who's more on the petite side, the cardigans do tend to have points that add some length, but these pieces, the jackets, they land about mid-thigh, and so if you are more petite, they tend to work better than the cardigans because of the length, and they are not overly long, which sometimes the dusters can be if you are, I would say, under 5'2". This one here with the grays and the blacks is whoops, I don't know, hold on a sec. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we have Airbnb people staying above us here, and they're having a party up there. PRG2294, right there. Here's another chinoiserie print. I'm a fan of chinoiserie, which is why you're going to hear me say that a lot, because I'm so drawn to them. It's stylized prints of nature. So this one, it has these incredible colors in it. Love the green background, love the orange with it. Probably from the 70s too, but I feel like this is a classy 70s look. It's not an out there 70s look. This one is PRG2309. And then I have, oh, this is nice. Okay, so this one is a crepe silk. It is just a tone-on-tone red with absolutely nothing else going on. So the only place where there's any other color is right there on the belt. Other than that, this is just like it is like your go-to red sweater. And the silk, it's a crepe silk, it's really soft. So you would just throw it over top like that, and that's it. Oh yeah, there's some color. Okay, so it does have a bit of a floral print down there at the bottom, and it has some patching there. But other than that, it's just red. So it would look like that on, just like a throw on kind of a red piece. And this one is PRC, I'm sure, 1889. All right, how long have I been talking to you now? It has been an hour. So now we're at that part of the game where I fly you through things because I'm just so embarrassed that I've taken up so much of your evening. So let me just turn this around and I'll show you the rest of them. Okay. So this one here is, you can't see the color accurately. It's actually a soft pink, like a blush or a buff with gray. Beautiful, really soft silk. Some patterning there on the arm, on the one arm, not on the other arm, and it does show up a little bit on the belt as well. This one here, oh, look at that. Okay, so this one is black and camel and brown and white. The one that I just showed you, this one here, is PRC1891. This one here, with all these fun colors, is PRC2312. Oh, I love this one too. So it's looking a little more yellowy here, but it's actually, the background is a very, very pale lavender. And yet, you can see it there. That's what it looks like. It's a pale lavender. This one is PRG2057. This one's really nice too. So this one is magenta, Tiffany blue, and brown, because why not, right? Magenta, Tiffany blue, and brown. Who'd have thunk? and black, obviously, and white, so that you can pair it with what's in your wardrobe. This one is PRG 2300. Oh, that one there is oh, it's beautiful. So this one here is another cardigan. So this is not a kimono-sleeved jacket. Look at that design. I think it's called a key design, and that's satin right there. So that's satin, and then the satin is just on the edge, and then it weaves itself right into being a georgette. But look at those colors. And you have the same thing happening on the other sleeve, where it goes from, look at that. So it's a creamy background with gray, then it's a creamy background with maroon. Then you get a little bit something that's more of a purpley fuchsia, and then you get into purple and black, and that's the satin part. And that one is PRG 2404. Like, these are all really great. This is just black and red. How can you go wrong with just black and red? PRG 2293. Look at these two. They're like almost identical colorways. Let me see if I can show you that. It's like they were meant to go together, but this one has green here, and this one has blues with no greens. So that's the difference. This one here with the green in it is PRG 2058, and this one here that doesn't have the green in it, that's all just different shades of blue, is PRG 2290. And then here's another one in that same kind of a dusty pink, but this one is crepe. And you can see it's got some periwinkle and beautiful embroidery there. Or actually, I think that might be painted on. There, really soft silk. You can hear it. It's so soft. PRC 1874. Here's another pink one with little bits of black in it. Oh, this one's fun. So this is a crepe silk. Feels like a dream. And it's black, green, kind of like a cardboardy color, and yellow. There, you can kind of see it there. Here's another one of the blues with the reds. Very soft, crazy soft. This one is just Tiffany blue, and it's got some weight to it, which makes me think, yes, this is an unusual one. So what you have here is the fabric is actually woven to have these stripes in it. So can you see them on the back? You can kind of see where they are on the back right there. It's almost like they've sewn little ridges into the silk, which makes the silk a little stiffer because those lines are holding it straight. And then this is all hand painted on. That's all hand painted on. That's printed. So printed, painted, painted, printed. A lot of work in this one, because even just making those perfectly straight lines and sewing them in would be a lot of work. The color is definitely a blue, not a teal. And the name of this one is, it's PRC 2335, no spaces. Love this one. Loved it when I was making it. Happy to see it in person. Colors are coming out very true. Look at how funky that is. It's a little more muted in person, more like that. Incredible soft silk. This one is PRC 1885. Ooh, purples. Purples and pinks. This one's beautiful. Wow, I've not seen those colors together. PRC 1845. Also very soft. Oh, this one. Yeah, so when I was making this one, I wanted to see it in person, because look at, that's all embroidered. That's embroidered. That's embroidered. The belt is all embroidered. The other sleeve is embroidered. The back is plain. So the embroidery is primarily on the sleeves and on the belt. And the rest is just a pale pink. But the embroidery is something else. And that's painted. That green right there is painted on. Because I'm wondering, like, how did they get that color in there? Well, it's paint. So there you go. Yeah, very pretty colors. This one is PRC 1843. And then this one's really watery. Again, it's browns and earth tones. Very, very earth tone. And it's sheer. This one is PRC PRG 2303. Okay, this one's really cool. The silk is soft. It is not a crepe. No, it's a georgette, but it's a thicker georgette, like not a starchy georgette, but a thicker one. So it's not all that see-through. And this one is PRG 2316. And this was also just added to the Wabi Sabi collection. Ooh, this one is special. So this one has embroidery here on the sleeve, but only on one of the sleeves. The embroidery is on the belt as well. The background color here is closer to that, I guess, but it's pinker. It's coming out a little, it's definitely a warm pink, and it's coming out as a cooler blue, and it's not. And it's hard for me to get, it's closer to what you see over there. But the silk is so soft. It's PRC 2332. Here's another one with crazy embroidery. Look at that. That's all embroidered on there. That is embroidered on. And this time it's not painted. It looks like there must have been an existing flower printed onto it, and then they embroidered around the flower. You've got some little polka dots there, and those are printed on. Silk is really soft. Oh, yeah, that's what it must have looked like before they did the embroidery. So that's the before, and that's the after, or that's the after. Look at that one there. So cute. And the embroidery is all across the back on this one as well. Right there. So this one here with all the crazy embroidery is PRC 1878. Look at the sleeve on this one. See that gold that's woven through the fabric? That's really pretty. So lovely little stripe running down here. You got some black and white on this side. On the other side, you have just the pink. And then this sleeve, you see how this sleeve is pink and gold? This sleeve is black and gold. There. I think this one I should probably show you because it's kind of different, kind of special. Oops. Okay, let me know if I lost volume because last time that happened, I did lose volume. Okay, so this one here is kind of neat. So I'm going to show it to you. And then I think there's only one other one to show you anyways. So this one, super fun. Okay, things I love. Love this stripe. Love the white that has this black on it so it doesn't look too sweet. Like, this is so feminine without being girly. And then look, there's little paisleys in here. It's, and then the pink on the other side. And then sometimes with these, I like to just tie a little knot here and make them a little less squared out depending on what I'm wearing. Just to kind of add a bit of asymmetry to the bottom. So what I did is I took the two slits and I tie the two ends of those two slits together. Like that. There. It ends up sitting a little bit more like a shrug when you do that. So there you go. And this one, gorgeous, gorgeous piece, is PRC 2329, and that just leaves us with one more. She's super neutral. She's gray and black, and she has a little bit of earth tones, kind of like really soft silk on this one. Really, really, really soft silk. Super neutral, and then earth tones on the arms. And that's it. So we're done. And I cannot believe you guys have stayed with me and given me this much of your Friday night. Is there any questions? Is there anything you'd like to see? Anything you're wondering about in store? Okay, well, I'm going to take you on a quick tour. So I'll show you everything and then I'm going to say goodbye. So what we have here is, these are the wool jackets and they're extraordinary. Hand embroidered on wool, and you'll find those on our website there. We got a lot more of the scarves and they make a great gift. They're really warm and they're beautiful. And I think the scarves are $78. The pajamas are also still here. These are hand block printed cotton, and they're very generously cut. So if you're looking for a gift, that's another great gift idea. We still have our entire copper collection, also makes a great gift. I think we just got a restock on our mesh tops. So if you were looking for one and then we didn't have your size, we probably have it now. And what else did I want to show you? Probably the only other thing I want to show you is these are the threads tights, and we're going through them like crazy. People are loving them. And this is what we have left on our donation table. So this is just jewelry that customers and I have brought in that we're just selling for $5 each, and the $5 goes straight to 541 Brant and 541 Barton, which is a place where people who can get a meal and sit comfortably in a restaurant and not have to pay. So each meal is $5, and each of these purchases, if you were to come in and buy one, is $5. So essentially you're getting jewelry and giving somebody a meal. So this is what we have left here. And then I don't know if we've had a chance to show you these, but Alex, who, you guys know Alex. Alex has been selling some of her beautiful earrings here through the store. She makes these all herself, guys. They are insane. You'll find them on our website as well. There you go. And that's it. I think that's all I want to show you. So thank you so much for joining in. If you were interested in being part of my playing dress up, please, please, please message me, because I would love to schedule you in. It's going to be so much fun. Have a great evening, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday next when I play dress up with somebody. Okay, everybody, have a good night. Bye.